you down there. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, my name is Amy. So today I've got a really fun video. I get a lot of questions on my Instagram about when I go get things vintage or secondhand or charity shops. Where do I go? How do I find good pieces? And I thought today what I'd do is a sort of like little charity shop haul of things that I've bought recently and give my top tips of how to find the best bargains, where to look, and what sort of things you can be looking out for. I went to some charity shops yesterday and I filmed it, so I'm going to be adding in that footage. I bought 3 things, but I also have lots of other things to show you that I've collected over this past year. Some of them are older. What I'm going to do, talk you through them, where I got them from, how much for, and hopefully it will inspire you. Can be thinking about what maybe you could find in charity shops, etc. Yeah, let's just get in. First thing that I picked up yesterday on my little charity shop trip was this men's blazer. So it's a wool blend blazer. Now I am super into the whole oversized blazer trend. Charity shops are a perfect place to pick up one of these blazers for super cheap. This blazer was £3.50. It feels amazing, super high quality. It's basically brand new. I don't know if it's ever been worn. It's great for styling up with jeans and trainers, just wearing on a day-to-day basis. And it's giving me real Hailey Baldwin vibes. She is one of my biggest style inspirations. And I know she wears lots of oversized blazers just like this one. So the first things I do when I go into charity shops is go straight to the men's section. It's a great place to look for really cool pieces. It's in a size XL or a 44. Don't worry about sizing, anything like that in charity shops. You try it on and see if it fits. I don't ever bother looking at sizing. This is from a charity shop in my local town. It's actually an independent charity shop. They give money to a local nature reserve. And what I love about their charity shop is that they clearly have no filter. They put out really weird stuff. I find that big firms like Oxfam, British Heart Foundation, all those don't tend to have out. They just have more of the women's clothes, whereas this independent place doesn't have that sort of like big distribution network. So I recommend looking in your local independent charity shop. Top tip. That one is probably my favorite out of them all. It just happens to have the weird stuff that like normal people would throw away, and that's the stuff that I like. I've got a couple more pieces from that place I'll show you coming up. Next up, this is one of my biggest gems I found actually this spring. It's from the same charity shop, the independent one. This was £5 and is a trench coat. It's oversized again. I'm sure it was in the men's section. I just love the shape, the oversized, the big sleeves, and how long it is. It really is perfect. I've been so excited to wear this. It came super clean and new looking. Got pockets, it's fully lined, and feels like amazing fabric. When I bought it, it was just coming up to summer and I was like, oh, I shouldn't buy another coat, but then I was like, no, like a trench coat is just classic. I really recommend, if you're thinking what coat should I get a trench coat. Like, it's just a classic staple piece that you'll wear again and again, and you can style out so many ways, dress it down, up. You know, it's a throw-on coat. That is my #1 coat at the minute. If you're going to get anything, get a trench coat. Definitely look out for trench coats in charity shops or online vintage shops. That would be a great place to get a really cool different trench coat. This is another piece from my little trip out yesterday. This wasn't from my usual charity shop. This was from a Salvation Army shop. I went straight to the men's section and found this Armani polo shirt. And this was £3.50, so the same price as a blazer. That's what I'm saying. That other charity shop is just like dead cheap. I don't know if you've noticed on all the autumn winter runways, this rugby style neckline, polo shirt neckline, has been cropping up everywhere, and I'm sure you'll be seeing more of it as the new season pieces roll out. I just thought it's a great, like, really cute, comfy, casual piece. Something that I'll wear with joggers. Now, I could definitely crop this top if I wanted to. Definitely cut it and make it into a crop top. And I love the fact that I know this neckline is going to be in all the shops soon. There was lots of it in the Alexander Wang show, lots of like rugby style tops, and I love the whole dad vibe dressing, so this is absolutely perfect for that. And I loved that it was like a designer make. Grey is also a bit of me. It's sort of like striped jersey. So yeah, there's a little cheapy Armani polo shirt. From the same shop, I also picked up this sports top. Okay, it is, I think it's Umbro, is that how you say it? Umbro. It's a super simple black t-shirt with a white piping around the neckline and just the Umbro logo. I love sports t-shirts. You'll find a lot of vintage shops sell loads of sports t-shirts. That's what is quite trendy at the moment, and you can cut out the middleman and go straight to the charity shop and buy the sports tops there directly. That is exactly what all the vintage shops are doing. They go into charity shops, etc., pick out the sports shops and then sell them on vintage sites. Depop is a great place for picking up these sorts of sports tops as well, but I love them for styling. I'm sure you've noticed a lot of like the Nike tick t-shirts cropping up, and the whole athleisure wear trend is still going strong. So yeah, this t-shirt is oversized, long. It was $2.99. So another thing about these sports t-shirts that you buy from charity shops is that they are really nice quality jersey. The type of t-shirts that you can wash 500 times and it's still got that really nice sort of feel to it, just like even better. Anyway, right, next up, oh, back to my fave original charity shop, the first one. I got this, so straight to the men's section as always, and I found this super 90s men's leather jacket. I love this piece. I was wearing it in spring. It is something that is gonna be back on the market now because 90s is back in fashion. You can go into vintage charity shops and get the originals. I actually googled this brand and it's like a German brand. It's never been sold in the UK. They don't manufacture anymore, and so yeah, it's like a really cool random piece that like not many people are gonna have. It's also got an inside pocket. I love that. Super soft, like real this is real leather, right? I'm pretty sure it's real leather. Yeah, it's a real leather jacket. I tend to try and avoid buying like leather products brand new. Yeah, there are no marks or scuffs on it whatsoever. Like perfect condition, and I picked this up for £4. Absolutely love the style of it. Perfect for layering. Definitely recommend getting a faux leather jacket for this winter, like whether it be a blazer or a long jacket. Both I think are really cool. There's loads on the market this season, and this is something that is just like bang on trend. So yeah, so this is from a vintage market. It's the underground vintage market in Brick Lane in London. This is a Pittsburgh Pirate baseball bomber jacket. As soon as I saw it, I was just like completely sold. It's huge. I love the sort of like, it's like a stone wash, acid washy colour. I think it's grey and then it's like acid washed, which has made the stitch lines like really stand out, and it's got the yellow highlights throughout. I mean, I know I'm not a Pittsburgh Pirate fan, but I can't help but love some of the like merchy style clothing. It's just such a cool like streetwear piece. I did have a girl message me on Instagram saying that she's from Pittsburgh. She loves this jacket so much, and if I'm ever selling it, will I sell it to her? And I definitely will. Like, I feel like I should send it back to Pittsburgh when I'm done with it. At the moment, I just really love it. It's got the quilted lining and it's just a really comfortable, oversized, cool item. As soon as I saw it, I was like, wow, that's weird. Like, I like that. I picked it up for £40, I think. Just one of those really cool items that you pick up and you only see when you're vintage shopping. Okay, back to blazers. Another pickup from the first charity shop that I went to that I got picked up a few months ago. This is actually an Austin Reed wool blazer. Austin Reed is still a big menswear brand going today, and their blazers go for like £400–500. And they're made in England, as you can see from that little made in England tag, which is actually really cute. Yeah, it's this beautiful brown colour. It feels dreamy to wear, and it's again the oversized dad blazer. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen me wearing this jacket. It's a great piece, nice big pockets, and it's going to be perfect coming into autumn winter this season as well. I love styling it with sort of just jeans and t-shirts, just super casually with those sort of dad vibes that I love. This was another one that was an absolute bargain. It was under £5. The thing is, the charity shop shopping as well, When I went and got this blazer, I was not looking for a blazer like this at all. I actually wanted a grey one. Any of the shops I went in didn't have a grey one. And you sort of have to like let go and go with a guide idea of what you're looking for. Like I was looking for blazers, then just see where it takes you and, you know, open your mind to other possibilities. I don't know if you're like me, but I get really stuck on like, no, I want this in my brain, like this is what I want. And sometimes you just have to open your eyes and then think, oh, maybe a brown one could be nice. And yeah, now I'm just super pleased that I picked it up. These vintage items are like some of my favourite in my wardrobe just because they feel quite special. They're like random finds and there's something a little bit different about them and a bit precious about them, you know? Right, I mentioned Depop briefly before. This one is a Depop purchase. This is an oversized hoodie. For some reason, when I go into charity shops, I can never find hoodies. That's another thing that I'm always looking for, and that's a good shout to look for. Really big, oversized, vintage sport hoodies, like ones that aren't in the shops anymore, that like have cool logos or something. Extra large, so they're really oversized, masculine streetwear vibe. I couldn't find one anywhere, and so I gave up and went to Depop. Depop has loads of vintage sellers, and so I typed in, you know, oversized hoodie. It's sort of like a really washed out black, I think. It's sort of like quite old, been washed a few times, so it's a bit washed out. It's Nike, obviously, with the nice Nike tick across the front. This is something that I've worn to death. Absolutely love it. It is a size extra large. This is something you have to be wary of if you're looking for oversized hoodies, especially sports hoodies. I feel like they come up quite small. Don't be afraid to go big. I was like, oh gosh, extra large, is it going to be too big? And when I got it, I was like, wow, like if anything I could have had it bigger. Still really love it. Nike tick across the front is really great for styling, just brings a bit more interest to the outfit. Yeah, can't go wrong with an oversized hoodie, can you? Now this is one of my older vintage pieces. This was from a vintage charity shop. Some charity shops are dedicated to vintage clothing. Doesn't exist anymore, sadly, that shop, because I used to love it. Oh my gosh, this must be like, I must have had this for like 5 or 6 years now, and it is another bomber jacket, but this one is a Los Angeles Raiders jacket. They're not actually even, the Los Angeles Raiders don't exist anymore. They're actually now the Oakland Raiders. That's how old this is. It's got Raiders across the back. It's just a really cool, just throw on jacket. Like I've worn this to festivals. It actually just reminds me of when I used to work in film and I used to do night shoots, and for some reason I was wearing this every day. I used to get loads. That was literally like 5 years ago. Yeah, it's something, you know, when certain clothes hold memories or like feelings, like there's something special about this jacket that I really love it. I mean, it's getting a bit tatty now because I have literally worn it to death. I still do wear it and love it, and it's just a throw on, comfy. It's got sort of like a cotton lining. It makes it really comfortable to wear. And it's, the fact it's black means it's great for styling. So yeah, this is the type of jacket that you could look out. They're quite timeless. I love this jacket. Final piece that I'm talking about today, and this is one of my more recent purchases, and it is from a vintage shop in London called Beyond Retro. I think they have a couple of sites. Like this one was from the one by in like Soho, Carnaby Street area. So I just go in there and was like sifting through all the black t-shirts, like black vintage t-shirts. They have lots of sportswear and stuff in there. It's a cool vintage shop if you are in London or going to London, and I'd recommend going to Beyond Retro. And what's the other one? Rocket Vintage. It's another sportswear t-shirt, and obviously I don't support the team. It's another American team, it's a hockey team, but I just fell in love with the print and the way it looks and the size and the weight of the t-shirt. It's super thick jersey, comes down like basically as long as a dress. It's got these amazing prints across the front and the back. I just think it's such a cool t-shirt. Even on the side, like, you don't get t-shirts as printed as this usually. It feels so weighty and comfortable. I just really love the print for it. If I'm ever chilling at home, I'm often wearing this t-shirt. My boyfriend's like, "You're wearing that t-shirt again?" I'm like, yeah, just because I really like it. Yeah, and I'm obsessed with the shape of it. Really cool t-shirt, like really lucky find. But yeah, anyway, I'm really grateful for it because I think it is super cool. That's a little insight into my wardrobe and some of my vintage charity shop finds. Okay, so my top tips for charity shop shopping. Go to the men's section. Don't care about sizing. find your independent local charity shops. They're the ones who have no idea what they're doing and will sell a Christian Dior handbag for £5. They change stock all the time, so pop in and out. Sometimes I go shopping and I can't find anything that I like. One day you might find loads of things and the next day there might be nothing. I think everything I've shown you has been from them is technically men's clothing, so yeah, keep that in mind. And yeah, if you've never been into a charity shop, I hope this maybe has like convinced you to give it a go. This maybe inspired you as to what you could possibly pick up in charity shops and given you some ideas. I'd love to see what you get. Make sure you send me pictures on Instagram. Yeah, let me know, what do you think of charity shop shopping? Do you ever? Would you ever? And yeah, just let me know your thoughts. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little look into my wardrobe and some of my favourite pieces. And if you liked this video, please do let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Any comments, feedback is super appreciated. And yeah, thank you for watching.